Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Radio Rohan. This week we're going to talk to you about an apartment fire that's been in the news and the impact it's had on 40 families. We want to make sure that you understand how to protect yourself in case something like this happens to you. We'll be back in just a moment. Thank you for tuning in to another episode of Radio Rohan. This week in the news we heard about a horrific apartment fire that's impacted 40 families. Now, this has been a serious impact in destroying their property. Fortunately, we've learned that so far, none of them have been injured in this apartment fire. But some people are starting to call and asking what happens about their property damage, who is responsible, and how can they recover for those damages. In any personal injury case, we're looking for three things. The first thing is, did somebody commit a negligent act to cause this damage? Second, what are those damages? Are there medical bills? Did somebody die? Were there property losses? And third, is there an insurance policy that covers those negligent acts? Without any of those three things, we don't have a valid personal injury claim. So in this case, and we don't know the details of this case, nobody has hired me from this apartment fire, but we can make certain assumptions based on our 20 years of experience. Whenever it comes to apartment fires, we're dealing with a situation that it's typically, I've seen 80 or 90% of the time, a negligent renter of that apartment complex. Either somebody smoking in bed or leaving the oven on, a pot boiling over on the stove. In those incidents, the individual is the person that committed the negligent act, and it's almost impossible to sue an individual. Look, our rules and laws of bankruptcy protect the individual. You can't kick somebody out of their house. You can't take their only car, their only mode of transportation. And even if they have a job, you can't take more than a third of their earnings. So if an individual is the one that caused an apartment complex fire, typically there's no way to recover. Now, there are a certain class of fires where maybe there was poor maintenance on the building, an electrical fire caused the destruction, and those are situations where sometimes there is a claim that can be made against the apartment complex directly. But then the second question is, were there injuries? Was anybody hurt in this fire? Thankfully, in this current story, it does not appear to be the case, but there was a lot of property damage. The reality is that that's not sufficient for a claim for negligence against the apartment complex because the value is only the value of the property that was lost. The third thing then is there an insurance policy to protect people? So if the individual renter was negligent, they may have renter's insurance, and we're going to talk about that in a moment, but that doesn't cover their negligent acts. If the apartment complex was liable for the damage, then certainly the insurance company that covers the apartment complex would step in and take responsibility. But speaking of renter's insurance, that's the one thing we want to make sure that everybody that's listening to this video understands today. It's your obligation. I know you don't want to hear that. More costs, the budget is tight. The reality is that you need to make an investment to protect yourself. $20 or $30 a month, however much it costs for renter's insurance, is an investment to ensure that your personal property is protected. Look, there are 40 families today that are waking up that wish they had purchased renter's insurance. Make sure that you make the decision before it's too late. Call your agent, find out what it costs to protect your valuables, and make sure that you're investing in your financial future. A lot of these other families wish they'd done the same thing. If you're still listening to this video, that means that you found it very informative. Please make sure you share it with your friends and family. You could even go a step further and go ahead and subscribe to our page so you get alerts when we bring you new videos. We're always here and interested in making sure that we educate you on the law and how it can impact you on your daily life. Please follow us today, and if you want, give us a call, 404-923-0446. We'd love to talk to you about your case, whether it's a personal injury claim, auto accident, maybe a work accident. We handle all types of injury claims. If you find yourself in trouble with the law, we also handle criminal cases, and we always offer a free consultation. Thank you. God bless. We look forward to helping you in the future.